Hello, 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 Virgos, Virgos. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this world. It is morning time here in America on the Oregon coast or the Oregon state. So I hope you guys are doing good. I'm doing these early this time. Get this, I'm doing them early. It's 11. I was supposed to start at 10, and oh my gosh. Well, you know what? Life happens, right? So, Virgos, my name is Patti. If you're brand new, I am an empath that does intuitive tarot, intuitive coaching, as well as Get Balanced. Down below, you'll see about mindset, transforming mindset, mindset, body, all about balance and purpose in your life. So if that's something you're interested in, nutrition, fitness, and all that kind of stuff, just go down below. Click on the link to the website, either one, because they're linked together now. Yes. And so you can catch all the information or book an appointment or ask questions, whatever you want. It's free. So all the videos and questions and all that kind of stuff that you want to do are free. So free. Okay. The only time I charge is if you really want to get serious and have a one-on-one or an intuitive reading, tarot reading or whatever. So let's get started. So we are doing the 18th to the 24th of the month. I can't believe we're already at the middle. We're not into any moons right now. And the 18th, we should be moving on from that new moon energy. And I'm recording this on the 15th. So we're still in the new moon energies when I'm doing this. So but I will tell you the general information about what the common theme is for the year or for this month or this week. Actually, it's the whole month, and I don't know why. I just do what the divine tells me to do. Is fear. So I don't know what is going on. That's not for me to know, I guess. But fear is the theme. So he had me do, if you haven't seen it yet, a video down below. If you're not down below, but on the channel, you can go to the videos or the play. And it's just about fear. And so then he asked me to do one on communication, which is really interesting because I just did the communication, the beginning of the week, and that's your first card out. That is the oracle for this week. So don't ask me what the divine's doing. And it's the number 5, so it's not quite stable. For some people, it's for somebody who this resonates with, somebody's having miscommunication. The communication is just not quite linking up. It's sort of like it's almost like people are talking like this. They're just not understanding each other. I don't know who that's for or who that resonates with, but definitely there's some communication issues going on. And a lot of communication that I think is happening is fearful communication, and that's probably why he had the, thank you. I just got it, you guys. I just got it. Oh my goodness. I sometimes wonder about myself. So the fear of communication. So we are fearful of certain ways of communicating or asking what we need or asking what we want, and actually projecting what we really are thinking and being. And a lot of that does have to come with communication. That does come with fear because most of us are afraid of rejection. And we're afraid that somebody's going to think something bad or wrong or whatever. So that just completely made sense there. Now, who Virgo this is for, I don't know. But this is an unstable way to communicate. Somebody's in an unstable and it's not working. So I guess that's something that the divine is trying to share, that, you know what, we need to get communicating better. And maybe that's to help our journey, but not only that, help our circle, help maybe understanding yourself in a social circle and then a worldwide circle. So it's sort of like a ripple effect. Thank you. I just saw this big lake with ripples. It's like a ripple effect so that you can be completely understood. Wow, that's really something. Oh, you're funny today. You're funny today. Truth, Boy, do I teach that, don't I? Talking in truth, walking in truth, love and truth. Those are the only two things that the divine cares about, and love and truth. And we're, oh, I am so full of goosebumps. It's unbelievable. This is not our truth. This is not an earthly truth. This is not. This is, yeah. This is spiritual truth. There is a huge, huge difference. Huge difference, because what we think is true really may not even be true at all. So when the divine talks about truth, this is something from what we'll never be able to understand. And that's why it doesn't matter what faith you're in, there's sort of like a guideline in a rule book, even for the universe. And that is basically, walk in good ways, walk in being honest, walk with high integrity, and that's truth. You can't touch truth. You can't see truth, but you can feel truth, because as an empath, I know when people are lying to me. So you have that as well. The intuition inside you will tell you, are you really telling me the truth there? So, but that's what I'm talking about, the spiritual truth, knowing what that is, that intuition deep inside. Where that happens, this betters your communication. I mean, if you have not seen the communication video, I strongly suggest it, especially if you're having arguments. And I just feel like some people out there right now, they're just going through so much stress that the energy levels, the stress levels so high that there's more bickering, there's more not understanding each other, and understanding where somebody's coming from. And that's really important right now, because your first card out is the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is about love, joy. It's not about communication, but it is about the heart, of what your heart is wanting, what your heart is needing. And that comes from your communication and truth. Wow. Virgos. Huge, huge, huge. Definitely. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. Now, if I'm turning bright red, I don't know what. I'm having a major hot flash. I'm not embarrassed. Oh my gosh, you would think that these hot flashes would end at my age, but they don't. Oh my goodness. All right, Divine, please share with us what more, this communication and truth. It's really interesting, because I haven't been doing videos for Get Balance 2020 very much lately, but he has really pushed me to do these last ones. And you know what? When he says jump, I say, okay, how high? Literally. That's the only person in my life that I will jump high for, because he's always been there for me. Okay, so we've got the second card out is the Five of Pentacles. Now this is becoming interesting, because we have also the Queen of Wands, and we have the Eight of Wands. So again, wands are all about communication. Pentacles are about your finances, your career, your money, that kind of a thing. And then you've got the cup, which is heart's desire in your mind and things like that. So there is something going on for some of you. I just had this yesterday with somebody. Very interesting, because there's somebody out there that there's communication coming really fast. So there's something that's maybe either needs to be communicated clearly, and get clarity about a situation, because I feel like somebody is physically, this could mean several things. The Five of Pentacles could mean several things, but I really feel like there is something about some physical ailments that are going on with somebody, and oh, thank you. So somebody knows something about our physical health, but they don't want to share it. If you walk in the truth and share it, then that's how people can help you. That's how people can come forward and be there for you and support you, or pray or meditate or whatever it is for you. But there is some form of communication either coming towards you or you're going to be giving it. Maybe somebody's gone to the doctor and they found something out that hey, they need to share that. This needs to be shared in love, if this resonates with somebody. This also may be a form of communication that, with the Queen of Wands, she loves to go around gossiping. No, she doesn't gossip, but she likes to flutter. But what I hear is gossip. So somebody likes to gossip a lot, and that is not walking in the truth. If that person is coming towards you, talking about somebody, it's nice just to say, "Hey, I don't want to hear that. Sorry, I'm not into gossip. I appreciate that you want to share with me, but I just really don't want to go there." Because here's the thing, if you let somebody gossip, you're bringing in negative energies, low vibrations. You don't want to do that for yourself, because then what happens is then you absorb those vibrations, and then it becomes a habit to allow people to hear that and all kinds of things. So in all reality, if you have somebody coming towards you with gossip, you want to nip that in the bud skein. Yeah, if you're actually one that gossips, this is a time to stop, because you may not have the accurate information. You're not walking in truth. And that story, if you heard it from somebody and somebody heard it, that story may have changed 20 times before you got it. And now you're spreading something that's not even true. I don't know who that's for. Maybe you need to share this with somebody that you know that does this. Because divine hates gossip. It's evil because it creates destruction, and it needs to stop. And it's just like, and I hate to say it, I'm not a Trump lover or anything, but they spread so much gossip. But you have to sort of look at, where's the facts. We have to look at the facts of what is going on, not what we hear, not what we see on social media, not all that junk. That is such junk. I don't spend time hardly on that at all. I see my friends' posts, and then I advertise on there for my leather business, and then I'm off. I don't spend time on that. That's horrible. So, I mean, the negative energies want you to keep watching that stuff, because it keeps your vibrations lower. So don't do that to yourself. So some type of communication. I mean, this is, like I said, gossip. Somebody's got some physical ailments they do need to share. Somebody is looking towards the future and trying to pay attention to what's going on for their future. That definitely. Now, if you're with a partner, you got to do that with your partner. If you're looking into your future, this maybe is conversation that is coming to you. What do you want? What do we want to do? Do we want to move? Do we want to stay here? Hey, where do we want to take a vacation? What do we want to do? Do we want to build that house? Do we want to buy that house? There's this thing with a couple that the communication needs to be really talked about. And for that couple, one of them is like, no, even they're going with whatever the other partner is. They're not living in their truth. Be truthful. No, I really don't want to move. No, I don't like that house. No, I don't want to go on that vacation there. I don't like that place. I was going to take, because being a travel agent, I was going to take my girlfriend. He said, let's go down to Cancun for 3 days, because it's cheap, for one. And she's like, I don't like Mexico. So if she wouldn't have talked to me in that manner, and I booked it, then we would have basically went to Cancun. She probably would have had a miserable time. So we have the Empress. The Empress is about, okay, so since there's some physical, thank you. So since there's some physical going on for somebody, it has to do with possibly a pregnancy. So there might be some communication. Maybe it's time that at this point of the pregnancy that there's some more care that needs to be taken. I don't know who that's for. I've got goosebumps, so it's got to be for somebody. But there has to be more care taken during the pregnancy or while you're getting pregnant. Maybe somebody's not very fertile. They're trying to get some infertility stuff. That's physical. They're really struggling, though, because it's really hard for them. I don't know who this is. I feel this is definitely the female energy that is going through this, the feminine energy. That either one, that's really hard for them to get pregnant. There's been a lot of talk about it, a lot of that kind of stuff, or there is something going on with his pregnancy that has become a little bit more high risk, and that it's, like maybe you need to take it easier, maybe really be careful, if there's any spotting, that kind of a stuff is just more. I used to be, I didn't know I was high risk until I had to fire my OB. And I went to a new doctor that took me on because I was 7 months, and they consider that high risk because I had gained how many pounds? 40 pounds, something like that, some ridiculous amount, 60 pounds, ridiculous amount. But my mom said I would because my heritage did that. But I'm high risk. So as soon as that doctor saw me, she was like, "What the heck are you doing? You're not working anymore. You need to be resting, blah, blah, blah." And the first doctor didn't even tell me what Kegels were. So it's like, you need to be doing Kegels, getting ready. And I'm like, what the frick are Kegels? The baby I didn't even know. I was terrified because I had no idea what was happening inside. I just knew that there was something not quite right with my baby. And it was actually, she was hiccuping. And she's like, "Didn't your doctor tell?" No, she actually turned her into the board and she got disbarred. I guess she must have had a lot more things. But anyway, this is sort of like, that kind of a situation where you just need to really be mindful and take care of yourself. Really take care of yourself, because nobody else is going to take care of you but you. All right. So that's not for everybody, but, and you need to be communicating definitely how you feel. If this is somebody with a physical ailment, this is not the time to mess around and take pride in what you do or be embarrassed or ashamed. This is a time where you need to communicate the truth of what is happening. Or maybe this is a family member coming towards you, being their support. Hey, just tell me the truth. I need to know, otherwise I can't help you. It's like in counseling, people go into a counselor or even coaching. If you don't tell me the truth or what's going on, I don't know how to help you or guide you or give you the tools you need to fix whatever it is that you fix. All right. I don't know who that's for. That's just going off. So, oh, wow. Seriously, no, too many cards. I got one, though, that is the Magician, manifesting. Definitely manifesting. Communication is about manifesting. You're either manifesting a positive energy, a positive vibration, or you're manifesting a lower vibration, lowers. And you're either, if you go back to the communication one, you are actually manifesting something constructive or destructive. So this communication is huge, you guys, for your week. Communication. And the other thing is, if you haven't watched the new moon, even though you're through the new moon energies right now, it goes through to the next full moon, and that is going to tell you a lot about communication and truth and how something's finishing and beginning. And that's another video that, if you haven't watched that one, I would suggest. Yeah, this is literally about communication, the Six of Wands. Whatever you're going through right now, it's going to come out peachy keen. Everything is going to be good. The stress is going to be less. You just have to know that you're going to be victorious through this. So if you're walking in fear of this communicating or how to communicate it, it's like, how do I tell them, or how do I go about saying it, or whatever it is, then you actually need to face your fear. You just have to do it. And you do it with love and eloquence as much as you know, or what do you call that? Articulation, as much as you know how to do it. All right. Don't do that again, please. I just need a few cards. No more than 3, please. All right. So let's see what else the divine has. Too many. There's 4. So what's going on? What's going on? Yeah. So again, we're thinking about the future. So don't think so far ahead on the future. Just think for the now and what you can do in the now, because somebody's thinking too far ahead. Yeah, there has been somebody with some heartache here. There's something going on with some pain in your heart, something that's just, and it doesn't, it could be, you have to acknowledge that, and it could just be a heaviness in your heart. It could be something that is just, you're focusing in on it, it's weighing you down, you can't get it off your mind, that kind of a thing. And it's just something that you need to address. Whoever it is, there is somebody there to support you through that. Okay, there is somebody to support you through that, but there has been some, for somebody out there, there is some, you're trying to stand up for yourself, you're trying to stand up for what you believe in. I think the communication is just off a little bit, so find a new way to communicate that, find a new way to make that happen, and go from there. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. This is, again, a give and take. Communication is give and take. Perspective. Your perspective, my perspective, they're not the same. So let's come into the middle. This is my truth. This is your truth. But it's not the divine's truth. However, it's earthly truth. So you got to figure out where your truth is coming from. Like, what do you mean, Pat? What do you mean? Well, earthly truth is secular. Earthly truth is what you hear, what you're learning knowledge-wise from the earth, where that could be just off. I talk about when you see the compass, the true north being straight, really true north, but rather than being north, which could be slightly off, that is earthly knowledge. And if you have compass at true north, that's spiritual knowledge. That's things that you cannot see, things that you probably cannot prove, but you just know inside, like being good. What is good? What is, well, it's being respectful, being loving, being caring, putting others before yourself. Not always, but I mean, understanding that process, and love. That's spiritual truth. So if you go against spiritual truth, what do you have? Low vibrations, low energies, you have hate, you have don't liking, all that kind of stuff. You have racism, you have, all that's going on in the world right now. You might as well just look at that, because that's the opposite of what spiritual truth is. So we have justice. All right. Somebody's talking about divorce. Somebody literally is talking about divorce because they're not really taking, and it doesn't have to happen. It's just to the point where you're at each other's ends, that you just don't know how to help each other. And this is like a communication issue, a miscommunication issue, actually. So, and especially with the masculine and the feminine, the brains are so different in how we think and how we work, and how we actually, that's why we meld together, because we are so different. A lot of people say, well, opposites don't work. Yes, they do. Because a lot of the times it melds together very beautifully. And so, but somebody's talking about divorce here. And it's like, you know what, screw this. I just want to leave. I just want a divorce. That doesn't have to happen. If you both love each other still, there's still even a flame of love there. It's workable. You just probably need some coaching in how you handle your conversations. This is huge, you guys. Virgos, this is really probably one of the tougher lessons, because communication is a lot of fear, especially in the dating world, especially on those first couple of dates. People are wanting to show their better side. So if you're dating And the first 3 dates, if you cannot be honest and truthful to the partner or whoever you're dating, it's not a partner really yet, but the thing is that communication is that you have to share the truth. For example, I'm dating. It's like, okay, so what are you looking for? I'm actually looking for a friend to go into marriage. I don't like shacking up. I don't like living with somebody. There's a lot of unaccountability, unresponsibility that can be had. And that's just me. But if somebody says, oh, I don't want to do that, I'm just looking for a casual fling, well, then we don't match. But we got that truth right out. We don't waste each other's time. Maybe somebody likes to snowboard and I like to scuba dive. And so, hey, are you okay with me going up and snowboarding a lot? If you're okay with me scuba diving, not a problem. Okay, let's talk about the next thing. And babies, if you're dating, oh my gosh, you've got to talk about kids, if you want kids or not. This is communication and truth. That should be not the first date. By the third date, hey, so do you want kids? Do you think about kids? You don't do it on the first date. Scare the guy off. Let it totally. I'm older than a lot of you. Do you want some dating advice? Hook me, message me. I'll hook you up. You can do a coaching session, or we can just answer some questions. But yeah, so that is just something that you don't do on the first date, but a lot of people do not, and that's where it ends up in a lot of problems. The big things they're too fearful to talk about, and those are really huge things that you do need to talk about. So anyway, I'm going into coaching rather than reading. But somebody who's going through a divorce, did you guys talk about the serious things? Maybe now's the time to do it and get on the same page. And somebody's going to have to compromise. And it's all about compromise. It's work. Relationships are work. For somebody who's going through the pregnancy, just really, really be mindful what your body's doing, what you're going through. Pay attention to it. It is your body. Be really, really mindful, because this is the only body we get. Take care of that before you worry about other things, and walk in the truth. Whoever this is for, your first card out, whatever it is, there's love coming your way. There's joy and happiness, but be truthful in your communication of what you want. You manifest either the high vibration or the low vibration, and that is because of the way you communicate. And that is, you have to talk in the truth. You manifest high vibrations by talking in the truth, and you destroy into lower vibrations by not sharing what you really, really need. All right, Virgos. Wow, big reading. Longer than I thought. So I hope you guys had a good week. I hope this brings you some. Don't forget to go. You can look on the channel, like, share, subscribe. If you subscribe, make sure that you hit the notification, because some people don't know that if you don't hit the notification, that you won't know when I'm on live. And that will allow you to know when I'm on live. But also, too, it'll tell you when I do upload videos, like the fear video, like the communication video. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep doing that, because it really threw the algorithms off with YouTube, because they see me as a spiritual channel kind of a thing. And if I throw those in, they're like, what the heck is this? This is not spiritual. So I'm not quite sure. I've got to figure that out yet. I'm talking to somebody who does YouTube a lot more than I do. Been a lot more seasoned. So, but like, share, subscribe. And also, too, if you do that with Get Balanced 2020, the YouTube channel for that, you'll get to know when I do post those videos up for Get Balanced 2020, either nutrition, fitness, transforming your mindset, and also spiritual videos as well. I do most of the spiritual videos here, though. So, all right. I hope you guys have a great week, and we will see you the next week on the 24th. We're going to be talking. Oh, wait a minute. No, yeah, next week we'll be talking about the full moon, because that's on the 28th. I had to think a minute. Ooh, that could be scary. Steam coming out. But we'll see you on the 24th. All right. Take care, guys. Love you, Virgos.